764 is a very dangerous internet cult that is known for extortion, kidnappings, and murders of minors. 764 began in 2021 when a 15-year-old in Stephenville, Texas, created a Discord server and named it after the local zip code. What began as a corner of the internet quickly spiraled into something darker. The community he fostered grew into a transnational web of predators, bonded not only by exploitation but by extremist ideology. The methods of this network are not only criminal, they are sadistic. Members targeted children, isolated teenagers, and other vulnerable individuals. They lured them in, gained their trust, and then used threats and fear to extract explicit material. Once the victims were trapped, the cruelty escalated. Many were ordered to mutilate themselves, to carve the names of their abusers into their own skin. Some were told to harm animals, even their own pets. Others were manipulated into live streaming acts of violence or suicide attempts to satisfy the demands of faceless strangers hiding behind screens. Within the group, this horrific content became a form of currency. Images and videos were stored in collections called lorebooks, passed from one member to another as trophies of dominance and humiliation. The more disturbing the content, the higher the status of the one who produced it. In this way, abuse became not only normalized but glorified. The depravity of 764 was amplified by its ideological trappings. The group absorbed elements of Satanism, nihilism, and neo-Nazi extremism. It was not merely an extortion ring, but a cult-like network that celebrated pain, death, and domination as higher ideals. Members referred to themselves as if they were part of a greater order, and in doing so, erased any shred of empathy for their victims. By 2024, the scale of the network was undeniable. The Federal Bureau of Investigation confirmed that there were open 764 cases in every single one of its 55 field offices. Hundreds of active members, spread across multiple continents, were carrying out acts of psychological warfare against children. Thousands more lingered on the periphery, consuming or sharing the content, ensuring its continued spread. Arrests soon followed. In April 2025, two prominent figures were taken into custody. Prasen Nepal, known online as Trippy, and Leonidas Varagianis, who called himself War. Both were accused of leading a subgroup called 764 Inferno. Their crimes included sextortion, grooming, distribution of and the orchestration of public acts of self-harm. Each now faces the possibility of life imprisonment. And yet, even with these arrests, the threat has not vanished. The decentralized nature of the group means it mutates, spawning splinter cells that continue the same horrors under new names. The voices of survivors remind us that behind the numbers, behind the headlines, are real human lives scarred beyond measure. Some recall being driven to attempt suicide under the group's orders. Others confess to having carried out acts of violence they never believed themselves capable of. The trauma is lifelong, a wound carved into memory as surely as the knife carved names into skin. 764 is being investigated, but is not extremely easy to track as though it is online. There will always be ways to get away. If you have any information about 764, pretty sure the FBI wants tips on it, so I dunno, drop one there. Honestly, all these people are fucking pussies if you think about it. Imagine hiding behind your screen to exploit kids because you're too much bitch to do it for reals. That's all I got.